So we are playing as black against e4, where we respond with the French defense e6, and d4, where we play d5, attack the center with tempo, where he played knight to d2. A very nice response with c5 attacking towards the pawn at the center. Now he decided to take it. So if we take it, then it's an easy response to take it back from the bishop, where he takes the knight b3, such that we'll take this bishop back to e7. And now we are defending our bishop along with e take d5, where we respond with e take d5, where this is white's turn. White plays c3, where we decide to develop the knight, preparing to castle for the main king's safety. So white's turn, and white is thinking for the response over here, where he respond with the move bishop out. Right. So we'll decide to castle, as castling is important for the king's safety, such that white to play and white takes the bishop out. We'll take the knight at c6. So white think for the move, and he plays knight f3. Now knight comes to f3, and we'll decide. Okay, so we understand that our bishop, this one is not developed, right? So we'll take the bishop f5 and control this important diagonal. Okay, so knight comes at the center, and we eliminate it, where he eliminate back from this knight. Okay, from the bishop. So he take this from the bishop, and then we'll take the knight at the center, cause knight at the center is very aggressive. So he think for the move, and let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. Okay, so he played castling. Alright, so castling was the response, where we decide to play a6. Further, we are preparing to play b5, and that's the basic plan that we are planning for. He play f3, where we decide to take this knight back, so that we can just defend our knight. Now he decided to play bishop d3. We'll accept a trade, where white's turn, white can take it back from the queen, and over here we'll play b5. Now b5 was the response, where this is white to play. White decides to play rook a to d1. Further we play queen to c7. And now let's see what the response. So white to play, and white is thinking for the response over here. He respond with bishop take f6, we'll take it back. And further he takes the pawn. We decide to take the rook to d8 and attack the queen. So now this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. And now let's see what the response over here. Okay, so queen was under attack. He played queen e4, and now trading of the rooks is not a good response. So we play rook to d8 and attack the queen. Like, we are declining the trades because he's already a pawn up and we are pawn down. That's why. So he take the queen back. So in this position we'll decide to take rook to e2 and try attacking this pawn. We can take the bishop here and attack. We play rook and offer a trade, where now in this position we'll decide to, if we take it, he will take back from the knight. Further, this is not going to benefit, right? So we'll take this rook back to e5, and we can place the rook here and can attack this. Okay, so rook comes to h5, and you all know the plan that we are going to play. So now this is white's turn. White plays g3 as an important response. So over here we'll decide to play queen to b6 and give a check. King comes to g2 was the response, where we'll decide to take the rook to g5. We can play h5, h4 and can attack by creating a pawn storm towards the king. That's my main plan I'm thinking for. Like, I can play h5, h4 and try attacking. I'm not sure whether my plan will work out or not. Okay, h5, and now further planning for h4. creating pawn storm is very important, that's why. Okay, now in this position, if it tries playing x4, like x4 looks like a very nice response, right? But actually it is not. It is going to be advantage for us if we place x4. Okay, so a simple response can be playing f4, where we play knight e4. So knight at the center is not at all helping to white also. So we'll play x4 and try attacking the pawn. So now let's see what he responds. Okay, what if he tries pushing the pawn forward? Well, if he tries pushing the pawn forward, like thinking that okay, play rook d3. Rook comes to d3 and we'll take this pawn. Where now white's turn and white take back from the pawn. Where we'll decide to take the queen to c7, and you all know the main plan. I have highlighted that. Now over here he plays f4, where in this position, uh, okay, so we'll take this rook back and defend it. It was an easy response to take the rook back, where now this is his turn. We can play the bishop x4 and can put up more and more pressure. So we play king f3 and we play queen b7 check. Now he played the queen e4, where we'll decide to play rook takes g3 check. If he takes, then we can win the queen. Oh, so he gave up the queen. Alright, now white's turn and we have sacrificed the rook for that. Alright, now he is thinking for the move. We are okay, so the rook comes to f3 and defended. We'll eliminate this knight. Now let's see what he responds. He takes from the rook. Okay, so we'll take this queen back and attack these two pawns, and we'll try finding out maturity, like we have to win the game, that's why. So let's see what he responds. We can anytime take this pawn and defend this. At the same time, we'll continue pushing the pawn forward and take this. So he decided to play b4, where we'll decide to play a5 and attack this pawn. Now if he tries to take it, we'll take back from the queen. And now this is white's turn and thinking for the response, where he play rook to d5, such that we'll decide to play queen to a4 and can further push it and can offer a trade. Okay, so now white decides to play rook over here, where we'll decide to play b4, attack the pawn. If he takes, we can take back. He played the rook d4, a very sharp response. So we'll play queen a7. Now if rook takes, he will lose this rook. If the pawn takes, he will lose this rook. So playing queen a7 is a very nice response. Okay, so now white's turn and white is thinking for the response over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. King comes to f3, take the pawn, and now this rook is under attack. So the rook must go. Okay, rook comes to c4, a very nice response. Now rook to c4 was the response, where we'll decide to play the check, queen b7, and can further take this. Like, let's see what he responds. If we place this rook to e4, then okay, he plays the king. So now we have to give up this pawn. Okay, now what we can do is we'll continue with the response playing g5. Now why g5? If we'll take it, then it is going to be easy for us to attack towards the king, right? Because okay, it takes it, we'll take this pawn and eliminate it. Now he take it back, and now he has no pawns to, so that he could protect itself. It has no pawns. So we play queen b4 check and we'll try to find out the advantage. Okay, now he is thinking for the response. Meanwhile, I am also having very less time. So king g7, and once again we are not going to have any checks. Rook comes to e8. The main plan, if he takes, we can take this rook. So he tries to give up a check. We play king f8. And now white's turn. White is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. 30 seconds remaining and we begin with the move queen b6 check. Where white to play, white is thinking, he play queen f6 check. Further, let's see what he responds. Hmm. So another check. Like now you can see I'm just giving up checks. And we begin with the response. Okay, so 13 seconds left for white, and white is thinking for the response. Okay, I have created a pre-move, trying, okay, checks on the board, and now he check on sir, and I guess the checkmate. Okay, so he loses on time. Alright, so guys, any challenges? If you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Okay, so here we look for another game. I guess. Huh. So where we are playing as white and we play knight f3. The Réti opening with c4 along with attacking the pawn. He takes it. Okay, so we'll begin with the move e3 and attack like this. Now if he tries playing b5, in my case, if he tries this, then it's not a good response. He play knight to f6 and we'll take it, attacking with this diagonal, such that he play bishop g4. So we'll take this knight e5, threatening the mate in one, attacking this bishop. Whoa, I found out a trap, right? Now if bishop goes back, queen will take it. If this bishop goes back, we'll take it back from the queen. Knight will take and bishop take on it will be the checkmate. So playing this bishop back over here is going to help. Okay, so now this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move where we have just gave up our queen. Like you can see, we have gave up our queen like that for a checkmate. Okay, so now this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. He play bishop e6 as I told you. We'll take it, he'll take it back. Okay, he take it back and two pawns at the same row along with the open diagonal, which is a disadvantage. So queen comes to b3 and we are attacking this pawn, this pawn. Okay, so now like we are playing aggressive over here. Knight comes to d5, we'll take this pawn, attack the rook. Now the knight comes here and what if I play knight? Wait, now I'm thinking for knight coming here. If knight will come here and attack the queen, then queen can come here, right? So not helping. Now if I take it, queen cannot take it, right? Look, king will take it then. So now I have created a vulnerable position for king, right? King cannot even castle. So we'll take this knight out and just offer a trade. Okay, knight trade, basic knight trade where he decline it, yeah. So we'll castle. Castling is important for the king's safety, that's why. And we'll accept the trade because we are already ahead in material. Okay, now we'll decide to play p3. Why p3? Because the knight cannot come here. So he offer a trade where we accept it. Black takes it back and we take the bishop out. Okay, so now this is black's to play and black is thinking for the response. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Alright, king d6. King d6 was the response where we decide to play rook to c1 and control this file. He play e5, we'll play f4 and attack this. Now, we cannot directly attack towards the center because, okay, if I, wait, in this position, if I try playing d4, he can push it and then the bishop will be blocked. So playing d4 is not a good option. That's why I played f4 and then e4 was the response. Now look at it, bishop diagonal is open. Now in this position, we'll continue with the move pawn f5 and further we are going to push it. Okay, so push it further. If we take back from the bishop. Okay, and further attack this rook. Now in this position we'll decide to play the bishop back once again to b2 and can take this rook over here, control this file, where now this is black's turn and black is thinking for the response. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, okay, so he played the bishop e7 where we'll decide to play rook to f7 attacking this pawn. Okay, So now this pawn is under attack where black to play. Black is thinking for the response. He decide to play h5. Further, we decide to take the bishop at a3 and try attacking this pawn. Now, if I take this pawn, rook will take. Okay, king comes to e6, where so in this position we decide to play the rook to f4, and now let's see what the response. Rook comes to f4 was the response, where now this is black to play and black is thinking. We are trying attacking towards this side that you can see. Okay, so black's turn and black is thinking for the response over here. Guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. Okay, bishop comes to d6 and attack the rook. We'll take the rook x4 and attack the pawn. Rook comes to g5 in order to defend this, right? So what we'll do is we'll play b4. If he takes it, rook is gone, right? So he push it forward. So he decided to push the pawn forward, which was a very nice response. Alright, so now in this position we'll play the rook to b1. Further we can take the bishop back. He is trying to attack towards this. Okay, now if I try playing g3, then the bishop sacrifice. If I play g3, bishop takes, I'll take back, he'll take. That's not going to benefit. So g3 is the response. If bishop take, it appears that it is going to benefit, but actually it is not benefiting. 100% sure. If we take it, I'll take back. He take, I'll take back. Rook takes, give a check. King comes to x2. And then my position is all safe. So now he goes for it. Look, I'll take it back. He take it back and we play king x1. Rook coming over here is not possible. So now let's see what the response. Rook to g2 will take this pawn. Let him allow to take the pawn. Yeah. And we decide to give a check. Rook x6 check. Where black to play, black is thinking for the response over here. He play king to d7. Further, he's trying to attack this pawn also. Where we'll decide to play the rook to b2 and attack this rook. He play rook d1 check, we play king x2. Rook comes to g1 and now once again in this position this is going to be the threat, which is not going to be very useful for sure. So we begin with the move rook to a6 and we are allowing this. Now let him do that. He'll try giving checks. Okay, so black is thinking we are also attacking this pawn and we have to defend this pawn. Also this pawn can be pushed further, create a hurdle. So these three pawns are the main possible reasons for black victory. Like these three pawns are very useful for black. Okay, he played rook to d1. What he thought? He thought to control this file so that the king cannot escape over here. That's the main plan. Okay, so what we'll do is take the pawn and give a check. First of all, take the pawn and give a check where king comes to e6. We push it further. This is the main plan. If he tries to give a check, now he can try creating a draw. He played rook g5. We gave a check. Rook coming to e7 and give a check. Now black's turn. King comes to f6. So king to f6 and over here we decide to push the pawn forward. If he tries to give a check, king can come here easily. So now this is 50 seconds remaining and black is thinking for the response. Hi YT Music, welcome to my channel. Okay, he played the rook back. Now why he played? Like he want to defend this maybe. So he can play the rook over there. No, he play secretly threatening the mate. So we take the king back h1. Now if he tries this, this rook will come here and will protect the checkmate. And at the same time, promotion of the queen. Okay, now black's turn and black is thinking. He play rook f1 check. The king comes to x2. And now he's trying to create a draw like that. Whoa. Okay, now think. If I try playing the check, king comes over here. Is the forced variation where that's an easy way. Or I can play this rook over here, right? And can protect the checkmate. So, okay. Rook comes to x7. I am playing in a hurry because I am having low time. You can say 18 seconds. Rook x6 check. And now, guys, don't expect commentary. I am playing very fast right now. Oh shit, I lost the rook. Alright. Once again, the rook there. So we play rook d6, attack the rook. Where now black is thinking for the response. Let's see how black responds. So we play the bishop f4 and at the same time preparing to promote to a new queen. Where black takes it and we take it back further. We decide to give a check along with taking the rook. And then we decide to push the pawn forward, promote to a new queen. So king comes to x3 and that's the mate. Eh? My god. Black was one step giving check mate. Right? And white missed that. Okay. So guys, if you want you can send me the challenges. Any challenges? Okay. Now we look for another game coming where this time we are playing as black. E4 is the response where we play the Pirc defense this time with d6, bishop to c4. We take the knight out and attack this pawn. Now he play knight c3 and then we play c6. We take the queen out and further attack this diagonal. So we play bishop d2, we take the queen back. This, the okay. Now he play bishop d3, we'll take the knight and further attack. So now the queen and the knight both are attacking this pawn with tempo. So what we can expect, the queen to f3 was a very nice response where we'll decide to so now in this position we'll take the move e5. Oh, I guess e5 was not a good response. So king d8 is forced. e5 was not a good response because of this that I showed you. Okay, now white played that. Thank you very much. Yusu Chan. Okay. So guys, if you want you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Uh, Now white is thinking for the response. Bishop check. And that's the game move. No, knight can go back. So now let's see what the response. So white is thinking for the response over here. The checkmate is not possible. He plays x3 so that he can take the bishop here and we'll take the knight back. Bishop can come, try to give a pin. No. Okay, so we'll decide to take knight to d7 so that we can play king c7 and can secure our position. That's the main plan. Now this is white to play. White is thinking for the response over here. Let's see how white responds. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Now this knight g5, hoping for a check, where we'll decide to play this knight c5 and declare this dead. Okay, so now knight coming over here does not make sense. Bishop take it. Also, we are going to attack this bishop, which is no longer going to support the queen, right? So we'll okay. So we decide to eliminate the knight. You take back, and now we'll decide to play. Okay, so we'll play the move bishop e7. Queen takes on the pawn is my expectation if we place it. So okay, what if he tries to take the pawn? We can play rook g8 and attack this file, which is going to attack towards the king side. That's why I'm saying that. Okay, he played bishop. So now this pawn is going to be defended. I have to defend it, right? If I try this, he will take it. Then that's not going to benefit. Okay, so I take the queen at d4 and attack this bishop can come, but so bishop can come and attack the queen. So maybe playing x6 was a good response in attacking the knight. Okay, now he is thinking for the response. White's turn and white is thinking for the response over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. We take the queen back and further aiming to play x6 attack the knight. He tries to give a check, we'll take it back. Further he take back from the bishop. No, from the queen. Because if he take from, yeah, he can take from the bishop. Well, he take from the queen, as I told you. Now we'll decide to play the rook at e8, the bishop going back and rook attacking the queen. Okay, we can try making some attacks towards the white. So white is thinking for the response over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. The bishop goes back, rook is under attack now. So now the queen is under attack, where the queen goes over here. We'll decide to play a5 and further push it, attack towards the bishop. We play a4, where we'll decide to play d5, and further we are trying to play d4, attack the bishop. So now white's turn and white is thinking for the response. He decided to play f3 and we play d4 and attack the bishop. Bishop goes back, where in this position we'll take this, okay. We play x6 and further not allow this bishop to come here. Further we can take the knight back there and can attack the bishop. That's my plan that I want to play. He play g4 and further we'll decide to take the knight back to d7. Or I can take knight c5 and attack the bishop. So now this is white to play and white is thinking for the response over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Okay, so he play this. Let him play whatever he want to play. We'll play knight c5. And now this is white to play, thinking for the response over here. In the meantime, if you want to play against me, just send me the challenges. So he decided to play g take x6. We'll take the bishop, give a check. So he take back, we'll once again give a check. And now he play king b1, we'll take the pawn, where this is white to play, thinking for the move. Now white decides to play queen f6 check. We'll decide to trade the queens. Queen e7. And now queen trade. This position is quite complicated, that you can see. Alright, now white is thinking for the response over here. Let's see how white responds. He takes it. We'll take back from the rook. Okay, now we'll take back from the rook and now this is he play f4, we'll take it back, he take back and then we take rook f7. He can play the bishop over here, attack this pawn. That's my guess. Okay, he does not. So we'll decide to play b5 and further attack it. What if we place the check? Bishop coming here, check. Bishop g5 check. If I try to take it, he'll take this rook. So I play the king e8 and defend this, and at the same time, let's see what white plays. He decided to trade the rooks, where we'll take it. The bishop may go back. No. We'll decide to play king back to e8, and now this is white's turn. White play bishop f6. Further, we'll decide to take the pawn. He'll take it back, and then we play rook to b8. We can take this rook b4 and can attack this pawn. He play bishop take, attacking the bishop and the pawn. So now this is white to play. 40 seconds remaining for white, and let's see what he responds. We'll take the pawn. The rook is trapped. Well, now we are trying attacking the bishop, where so we eliminate the bishop. He take it back and then we attack it. Alright, now 20 seconds remaining. Rook comes to a4. And now we are forced to accept the trade where king comes to d7. King c6. So now this is quite much complicated. Take the pawn and further we have to allow the queen. King d2. I am trying to make him lose on time. No. So okay, I lose this game. Alright, now any challenges? He can. Alright, so any challenges guys? If you want you can send me the challenges now. So here we look for the challenge where we are playing as, let's see what we are playing with. So we are playing as black and against d4 where we respond with the move knight to f6, where he play bishop f4, we play d6 along with g6, the bishop development at g7 where he plays the e4 where we respond with b6, and then we take the knight at d7. Further, he take the knight e2, which is not a good response because he lose the pawn. So now this is white's turn, thinking for the response over here. We can anytime play a6, kick the bishop back, and at the same time he play bishop c6, not a very reasonable move. Oh, alright, that was a very reasonable move that I missed. f5 and attack this. White's turn. Challenge. I just okay. So just send me the challenge to my ID, okay, and we'll continue playing with each other. Bishop c6. Now x6, x5, x4. Attack this. That's my plan. So we'll decide to play g5 and attack the bishop. The bishop is under attack, so bishop will go back and protect itself. Okay, so he's thinking maybe it is not. He take the bishop back there. No, okay, there. So we'll play f4, attack the bishop. The bishop goes back now. Yeah, and now should I make it complicated? Push the pawn forward. Knight will go back. Push the pawn forward. No. So just long. I mean short castle. Short castling over here. Well, the king is not actually safe. I did this so that I can just make the knight move. Queen to g6, rook coming here, attack the queen. The queen may go back. Alright, now this is white to play and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how white responds in this position. In the meantime guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. So we play king h8, he can play the bishop. No. The queen is under attack, so white will take the queen back in order to protect his queen. So he play queen e4, where we'll decide to play the move c5, take the pawn. We are doing this so that we can take the pawn at the center. Now we'll take the pawn, as I told you. We are doing this so that we can take the pawn. Where we'll take the knight, and finally our knight is active with knight c5 attacking the queen. So now the queen is under attack. Let's see how white responds over here. Okay, so white is thinking for the response. Queen can go over there. Queen goes to f3. We play g4, attack the queen. Queen can go over here and here. Okay, so queen can also over here and here. So queen can go at 4 available squares. Where he go? a3. Trying attacking this pawn? Don't worry. So what we can do is push the pawn forward. Yeah, that's a very nice option. Take, knight takes back 10. Knight can take it, right? So we'll take back, knight takes. Okay, so now he is thinking knight can take this, but if knight take it, then queen will be responsible to defend it. Oh, knight c6, a very nice response in this. Well, now we'll decide to play queen c7 and first of all trade off the rooks like that. Now if I take it, okay, let's take this knight. Now white's turn. White is thinking for the response over here. Let's see how he responds. Knight coming here. Now this is controlled by us, right? So yeah, playing d5. Well, let's see what he responds. Take this. I want him to take it. If we take from the knight, that's the problem. Okay, so check. Knight can go back. Now this is the problem. Okay, so knight can go back and can further protect itself. Well, he is thinking maybe he does not take the knight back and play a king. So he played bishop. Okay, bishop goes. Now bishop cannot take the knight, right? So we will not care for this knight. And further, e6 attack this knight. The knight goes back. Knight takes the rook. Oh yeah. So we'll take it back. Further, we can try playing this bishop there. He decided to long castle. So over here, now we'll decide to play. Okay, so I resign the game. Already losing on this position. Okay, so guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. And here we look for another game coming. So guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Any challenges? Okay, so guys, thank you very much for coming to my live stream. We'll meet you in the next one.